What's up, world? Let me tell you about this beard growth oil I got from 12 tribes on Earth. 8 ounces of oily goodness with a nozzle that prevents sprays and spills, and soft ingredients that make it perfect addition to anyone's morning routine. From coconut to castor, all these oils are hand chosen. After using this herbal blend, the biggest thing I noticed is how soft and how strong my hair was, and how good I feel. Pick up your bottle today and make your beard the star of the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, there are some that believe if you stop talking about racism, it will go away, which is absolutely impossible. I don't see how anybody can believe that. First of all, you can't practice racism and demand that it go away all at the same time. It just doesn't quite work that way. If you want it to go away, then it must stop being practiced in society. And we know that's not going to happen because that's how you rose into power and you don't want to give that up. But the bottom line is, as long as it keeps impacting people on a regular basis, it's going to be spoken about. And there's not very much you can do. It's kind of hard to silence the voice of people nationwide. Well, I guess there are some that believe that if they look you in the face and tell you, well, if you stop talking about it, it would go away. No, actually, if I stop talking about it, the only one that benefits from that is you. And that's all you're looking for is the benefit from everything. And that's unrealistic anyway. So let's get into this. I posed this question to ChatGPT, and I want you to hear the answer it gave me.
The idea that racism would go away if Black people stopped talking about it is a common line in U.S. society, but it reflects deep misunderstandings, and it often functions as a way to silence or dismiss real issues. Let me break it down. Why some white people say this discomfort and guilt. Talking about racism makes many white people uncomfortable because it forces them to confront privilege, history, or complicity. Instead of engaging, some deflect by saying, if you'd stop talking about it, it wouldn't exist. Desire for color blindness. Some genuinely believe racism is mostly over, so if people stopped bringing it up, everyone could just get along. This ignores structural racism, housing, policing, wealth gaps, health disparities, that persists whether or not it's mentioned. Defensiveness. For some, discussions of racism feel like a personal accusation. Saying, stop talking about it, is a defense mechanism to avoid examining the issue. Maintaining the status quo. If racism isn't named, then nothing has to change. Silence allows systems of inequality to continue unchecked, which benefits those already privileged. Why that thinking is wrong. Racism isn't created by talking about it. It's created by centuries of laws, policies, and practices that disadvantage Black people and other people of color. Silence protects racism. Ignoring it means ignoring the harm people live with daily, from police stops to school funding gaps to workplace bias. Progress only comes when it's named. Civil rights laws, voting rights, desegregation. None of these changes happened because people stayed quiet. They happened because Black people talked loudly, protested, organized, and refused silence. The reality telling Black people to stop talking about racism is really saying, stop making me uncomfortable. Stop challenging the system I benefit from. Let's pretend equality already exists so we don't have to do the hard work. But as James Baldwin said, Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced. Bottom line, talking about racism doesn't keep it alive. It's the only way to expose and dismantle it. Silence doesn't heal racism, it protects it.
For the most part, I do agree with the answer that came from ChatGPT. You know, if you are silenced, then the people that are doing the racism will always get away with it. And once a person, it gets away with things, they're never going to stop doing it. And each generation gets taught racism because you can see it in the young generation. And it all starts in the home and blows up from there. See, these folks are fine with their kids being racist. I want you to know they're fine with the whole thing. See, the only time they're not fine is when those radicalized children turn on them. Then, when those children turn on them, that's the only time they'll see it as a problem. All right. So don't expect them to see it as a problem any other way. And trust me, nowadays, a lot of these kids are turning on their parents more than you can imagine. So the system is in place to benefit only one group of people. And we look at the state of this world, you can best believe they won't be in power too much longer because this whole system has been ran by criminals and racists. And that's why the place is a dump now. America is not what she used to be. She's not even what she used to be 10, 15 years ago. It has really sunk into the abyss, especially starting from the lockdown on. It has never gotten better. It has never gotten better. The inflation is not better. The economy is not better. The racism is not better. It has tanked so much. I literally wake up in the morning and, you know, you have nobody in power that has the ability to turn anything around. You really don't have that. You know, you can't put a convicted criminal in a seat of power and expect that criminal to turn things around. No, that criminal is going to be looking to commit more crime and get away with it. How do you respect the laws when you have a president that openly and blatantly don't respect the laws? I'm just saying. See, racism has been such a big benefit. These folks never would have rose up without it. It would never have happened. So it's their crutch. They need it, and they're going to continue on with it, and at the same time tell you it don't exist. That's why it won't go away for them. You can't practice it and then say it's not there all at the same time. That's why it will never, never go away. But y'all tell me what you think about this video and the answer that came from ChatGPT. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.